the music, right? If you gonna post about the negative shit, gang, post some positive shit too, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's what make you real, bro. It's not.
There's a lot of positive though.
Let him talk.
What I'm saying is, bro, what make you a real nigga, bro, is like you post about everything, not just a nigga dying. Cause that's when I mentioned that. That's how he came up off talking about beef and drills and op shit, bro. So my thing is like, he talked about negative shit. I asked you name 3 artists that he broke. You named the artist that he was talking about off. Them niggas was hot already. So I'm saying, like, fuck who he broke. Name 3 artists you went on Academics page and seen that they wasn't hot, but he posted them and now you fuck with them. Name 3.
Let me tell you something, right?
Name 1.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Max, I see what you're saying, gang. But as you know, and I know both, bro, it's levels to this shit, gang. You're not just going to get on the DJ Academics page, bro. You're not just going to do that, bro. And hold on. Wait. Let me say something. You're not just going to do that. You're not just going to get on the DJ Academics page, bro. If niggas was really smart and wanted to tap in with DJ Academics, niggas would watch DJ Academics stream on Twitch because he used to do some shit that break up, which would break artists called SoundCloud Sundays. And I can name one nigga. You said name one. I can name one nigga from SoundCloud Sunday that gained the big ass following from when he used to do SoundCloud Sunday. His name is Kyrie, bro.
Who that
His name is Kyrie.
I don't know.
I'll PTR his Instagram.
Yo, come on, facts. When I say that, bro,
I'll PTR his Instagram.
Hold on, Max. What you gotta realize is Academic got too big too fast to where the label started. He was in the label's pocket. Like I noticed for a fact, niggas' marketing budgets used to go straight to Academics. Like
they still do. They still do, gang.
So we can't, like, he got too big too fast. It was like,
I'm not saying no, but when you say the realest, bro, like, because niggas gotta understand this too, bro. Like,
not even on here.
This industry will change you, bro. Being the realest is staying the same, bro. Not, and I don't mean staying the same, like living the same lifestyle, bro. Because when you get rich, bro, and you get wealthy, you gotta change for the better, bro. So I don't mean that. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, bro, like.
So maybe Wack could get him up in here.
You can't, son. It's certain, man. I ain't never gonna say that, bro. Never mind that.
Look, I'm just saying, Max. Like, we know you not just going to get on a DJ Academics page, gang. You gotta work your way up to that shit, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. He the biggest. He is the biggest, bro. But I don't feel like when you say the realest, it's like what makes him the realest, though, bro? That's a big statement.
Hold on, so look, the realest. When I say the realest, I mean this, gang. The nigga took accountability for the wrong shit that he used to do, bro. The nigga said, yo, I admit, I already said this before. He said, yo, I admit, I was wrong. I was just coming up. I didn't really understand. Now that I'm in a position and I got the power, I'm cleaning it up, and I cleaned up, bro. If you really sit here and say that Academics didn't make a big ass 360 change from when he was doing a one-shot rap to now, then that's personal shit, and you just don't like him. And not everybody like him.
Let me show facts. Listen, why?
Wait, who said they just don't like him?
No, listen. You still doing messy shit though.
Who is I?
Hey, yo, bring up 30. You heard?
I
got him.
But listen.
Yeah, Act right there.
Wait, he Academics here?
Yeah, he been here.
There's too much niggas.
Just go all the way.
There you go.
Bring Echo.
Yo, I'm trying to. What's his ex?
In the room? Okay.
Cause he ain't popping up.
It's probably like.
I got him.
Yo.
Hey, Act, what up, gang? You know the chat niggas is in the building.
Fine. Yeah, I just heard the most ridiculous discussion I ever heard in history. This is why I'm just so off top. The last person who spoke, I believe his name was Max. That was the most ridiculous bullshit you ever asked about who I put on. My platform helped change how the trajectory of music was going. Niggas like Uzi, all these little young niggas coming out colored hair, my platform set that up. Don't say them niggas just jumped out of the blue. My platform set that up from 2015. You niggas still have It's only ignorance that you could ask who I put on. It's ignorance.
All right, so look, I'm gonna ask you. Look, I ain't got a shit, so I'm gonna ask you.
Like you clearly don't want to listen. Maybe it's not respectable to you, but everything they complain about in hip hop, that's what my platform helped put on. I don't have to.
Yo, look, I never said I don't respect your platform, gang. I ain't talking about that. What I'm telling you is, name 3 people that you put on that wasn't hot already. You can name them. You hear?
Hold on. No, well, all right. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't take credit for putting these people on because there's different levels. I believe in facts are saying the same thing. First of all, I'm the first blog to give mainstream. If you call me a mainstream blog, you consider me a mainstream blog.
You know, protecting his brand.
That's the question.
Yeah.
They've been having to talk about it for hours.
Okay, the biggest one, big bro. Right. So I'm the first one. I'm the first one to give Uzi Yachty covers. Facts. The first one back then, nobody would talk about nothing they know. Would I say I put them on? No. Just like put like this. Even though Drama ended up signing him, that's what I'm saying. There's levels to it. Would y'all say Drama put Uzi on or Don Cannon? No. He was being played by DJ Diamond, whatever. I'm forgetting the name.
Diamond Cuts. DJ Diamond.
Yeah. So his music was already getting played. Y'all be moving the goalposts when it comes to me, especially when I got an agenda. I'm not gonna find somebody who got 0 followers and turn them into Drake. But I help along the way. I'm one of the first blogs that
It's academic.
Rod Wave, you thank me. You said it. Said
I can't hear your shit breaking up.
Oh my bad. I said you could ask Rod Wave. Rod Wave told me he thanked me the deal act. You one of the first mainstream outlets to start co-signing my shit. Again,
talking about
I'm not gonna name people that I put on because
academics.
I get some personal to people, and I want people to feel like I'm saying I make a career. But there's always a point where a rapper is kind of buzzing and they about to take the next leap. Niggas, you could compare me more to World Star in the sense of World Star not create no niggas. They add gasoline. I've added gasoline to a lot of artists that was buzzing on the underground, and I helped them go mainstream. Now, I still think that's helpful.
That's all I asked. I just asked for 3 names, gang. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I bigger than 3. Hold on. Bigger than 3 names. I would say this, and I see I was discussing drill music too, right? Drill music, yeah, they had Chief Keef. Chief Keef was already at that point because he shot out with a hit. Other than Chief Keef and I'll just say Chief Keef and Dirt, everybody in between then going for the next 3 years that was doing drill music, nigga, I served as the media for the entities or pretty much the subgenre within hip hop that wasn't getting enough praise. So like,
was you posting their music or was you posting the drills that was going on, or I
posted everything,
or beefs and all that?
Hold on, just think about what you said. It's drill music. So whether I posted, so and so just dropped a new diss song, this and so, I'm posting the music, but I posted the beef too.
But listen, Max, this is what I'm saying, Max. We gotta stop trying to hold them accountable, bro. It's not that, bro. If these niggas go and do a drill, bro, media personality, bro, and they post it on the internet, what they do, bro, it's not my, bro. It's not that. It's not their beef no more, bro. It's my beef, bro, because them niggas posted it, bro. It's public, bro. So anything that's public, bro, I'm posting, bro. Niggas is not
gonna stop me from feeding my family.
Let me tell you something. A lot of shit wasn't public. We not going to do that. Yo, hold on, let me talk, bro. A lot of shit was not public. A lot of shit was, I'm assuming this side did it to this side. We not going to say it was definitely public that this nigga hit this nigga or this nigga did this. We not going to say that, facts. Don't do that, bro.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Facts, don't do that.
Wait. Are you saying I love what people say. Are you saying that I was either saying or reposting things that weren't public information? Because I've never hired a private investigator. I've never tapped no phone. I've never even, anytime I have off the record conversation, and I mean, that'll be my podcast name, but anytime I have off the record conversation with people and it's not supposed to be some shit, that shit never get reported. Like, anytime
I'm talking about in the beginning, I'm going by what he said. I'm not knocking what you do, homie. That's your job, and I'm not knocking that. I'm talking about
hold on. Even going back, because I'm assuming you talking a lot about even like the Chicago stuff, right?
Yeah,
it had to be public. Hold on, it had to be public. I never been to Chicago. I seen it all on Twitter.
This is what
where you think I got it from?
This is what I'm saying, bro, and it's not.
Bro, yo, what y'all niggas not realizing, nigga? You could go back to this day, nigga. You like them niggas was so wild and they were just saying what they was doing. Nigga, King Von still got tweets talking about who he shot at, who blah blah.
Hold on, academics. Hold on, because Newski is my man. It's like my real partner.
We ain't gotta speak on that though. The King Von.
He ain't trying to. He just using that as an example.
I'm using an example.
Hold on.
As an example.
Let me just say something though, because Duck is my man's. Newski my man's.
We not
even. But let me just say something, because when they was beefing on Twitter, you posted it. And then when the nigga got killed, when you said he got killed midday at the mall, you alluded and said the Duck and them FBG niggas was behind it. So I can't let you rock with that one.
Was that public records or is that a fact?
That's not public records.
Hold on.
Bro, listen,
but he alluded to that.
Hold on.
They was beefing, but they ain't listen.
Hold on. We also got to say this because we not. Hold on. Let me speak real quick. Because we not here to crucify the nigga, right? The nigga, we also gotta remember that the nigga also said, "I am still growing, bro." The nigga is changing,
bro. We just talking. We having dialogue, facts.
We not mad at academics.
We just chopping it up, bro. We just having a talk.
I'll say two things. Like, I think I always am, and I'm gonna answer that like, you know, that topic about that particular video. But first of all, it's interesting to me. I stopped doing the one shot racket in, I want to say like 2015. It's been 6 years now. I've done mad other things, but it's the only thing that people could really ever hold me to the fire for. So it's not. If y'all think the Warren Chirac was the biggest thing I've done, that's incorrect. Also, I keep hearing like, oh, that's what blew me up. I had a whole, like, I had two different channels. These were all YouTube things, right? And like, my biggest page wasn't the Warren Chirac. Now, was it the most cultural or whatever you might think it is? Maybe, but that's not what blew me up mainstream. That's not what blew me up. That may have had a lot of conversation going, but that's not what blew me up. So I only say that to say, like, also I'm in here, but I guarantee most of the conversation is still going to be about that time period that I was doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's been twice as long that I haven't been doing that as I was doing that. However, I could tell sometimes when people don't really have any other basis to really critique, because I'm down to talk about anything. They're going to talk about the Warren Chirac on the face. Now, let me just address it, right? I'm still telling y'all, I don't even know to keep it real, I watch certain shit on YouTube now. Them niggas really knew what's going on. Act was really I'm just seeing shit and just saying shit, right? If I did say that, I don't remember it was probably me saying to the audience, and just think about how the news work, right? And that's why I come on, like, y'all want to act like it's not public, it's public. For example, if something happened to facts right now, you know what I mean? God forbid, right? And he was just also arguing with another nigga online. When a news outlet reported, they're gonna be like, "Yo, something happened to him." If y'all don't know, he was one of the guys that was going back and forth with so and so. That's it. Now you may have took that like, damn.
No, the news don't say that.
Like you may have taken it like, yo, damn, you kind of making it seem like so and so did it, but really the public only knows that person for these chain of events. Like, that's what I always tell people. I'm like for example, right? I think even Meek got on Clubhouse and he was like, low key or lightweight threatened me or whatever. I'm like, nigga, if I stub my toe, they gonna say you did it. If anything happened to me, they gonna say you did it. You know why? You're actually threatening me. You feel me? So I guess that's what it's the same kind of thing when like I'm mentioning that story and I'm like, yo, well, if y'all don't know nothing about Newski, he got into it recently with so and so. Now, I ain't never said in that video, so-and-so did some shit to him. Now, I understand it, and, you know, but it's a lot about growth. It's a lot about growth, right? I understand how some of those situations were, and, like, it to the, chest some of those things were. that, association could have been problematic. You get me?
But like you said, you added gas to certain situations, especially back then. A lot of that stuff, a lot of them TMZ, all of them was not paying attention to that type of stuff, but you was. And there's other stuff that may have blown you up, but that's what we know you from. Like, you was making jokes about niggas dying. Like, and hold on. I hear what you're saying. It may have been public, but somebody else seeing those tweets and saying something about it, and you seeing in those tweets and saying something about it, two totally different things. And you know that because you know you had a platform.
All right, yeah, he know that. I want to say something, right?
No, hold on. Facts, don't burst me off. Don't burst me off. Don't do that. All we saying is that despite whether the fact that you told everybody you was the first one to get it or whatever, like you said, you add gas to stuff, and you did that.
All right, and he took that.
Hold on, wait. I'll also add.
Let me speak after academics.
But yeah, I'll also add to that. Like,
this shit breaking up.
The bigger as a media platform and a personality I've gotten, people look back at that as more egregious because, truth be told, like that shit. I mean, if you weren't into like Chicago or drill music, a lot of people weren't talking about that then. It truth be told, I look at it now, like, this shit's still growing. I haven't done it in six years. It's like people go back to it. It's like people consuming it now, and then they get mad now. You know what I mean? You know why they get mad now? Because I've blown up. But at that moment, for the majority of the people that was served, saying, we all learn lessons in post. You feel me?
All right, so look, let me say something now, right? So the question is, we got somebody on the stage that DJ Academics did help, right? He did help them, and she will admit it. I don't know if she want to. Yo, Bria, you there, Bria?
I was just thinking that. Hey, Academics.
All right, listen, stink. DJ Academics, this is Bria Backwood. I don't know if you, but I'm sure you remember. Do you remember, Bria? Tell her, just let the people know how he helped you, and he didn't even know you from a hole in the wall.
Okay, so what was this? 2015. This is back when the time when we had the thing called Twitter Honeys or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Maybe a couple years after that, I don't know. Academics has like a huge following called, I think they refer to themselves as chat niggas, right? So one day someone like DM'd me on Instagram. They're like, "Hey, do you want to go on this podcast?" Sorry, it's about that. They're like, "Hey, do you want to go on this podcast or whatever?" It's on like Twitch. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know who Academics, like DJ Academics was. I was like, all right, like whatever. I was like, what's the purpose, right? What could go wrong? So, mind you, he got me on there. Academics like asked me questions, XYZ, whatever. And then like he had people commenting. Like I've never seen traction like that in my life. Like now that I'm a little bit older, like that's something I would compare it to, right? So anyway, we're talking, he's asking me questions. He's like, all right, what do you need from me? Because some people, I do sex work, whatever. But he's like, all right, what do you need from me to get you to like put on a little show for us, whatever. I was like, okay, get me to 10,000 followers. And like, like I was at 8,000 something at the time. So he's like, oh, that's easy. When I tell you less than like 2 minutes later, my Instagram had 200 comments on every single photo. I hit like 10K literally within 2 minutes. He was like, get your auntie's phone, get your uncle's phone, get your brother's phone, your mom's phone, like whoever's phone. He's like, you follow this girl. We about to have a good time in here. And I always to this day say, I got respect for Academics just for that reason because he put my ass on. So.
Oh, so he broke you?
Hold on, real quick. Let me say something. Yo, Ak, you want to respond to that? Because I want to say something. If you got something to say to that.
No.
All right. So look. So now let me say something, right? That was back in 2015, right? So again, we gotta remember, niggas is young, niggas is still grown, and at the end of the day, the reason why I say the realist, the reason why I specifically said the realist is because he is a nigga that I know. Like, I'm in a community. I'm in a Discord. I have conversations with him. Like, like, I'm on that. You feel me? I'm a chat nigga. But at the end of the day, I know publicly he take accountability for the wrong shit that he do. It's no other media personality that would take accountability for the wrong shit that they do, bro. Vlad violated the community mad times. Won't never take accountability. Won't never say sorry. Fucking, what's his name? Adam 22, Vulture. Won't never take accountability, bro. Like, he takes accountability, bro. It's no niggas that is no media personality, bro, that take accountability, bro. Charlamagne is one that take accountability too. But academics, bro, he takes
what makes Adam a phone?
And yo, look.
You said what?
Wait,
What happened?
Max, you breaking up, babe.
That wasn't me. That was Wack, bro. That wasn't me.
Wack, what you said? I can't hear you.
What makes Adam a vulture?
Cause he don't give back to the community. He don't.
Hold on, Adam.
Adam 22.
But look, yo, look.
Yo, listen, hold on. Adam got my little homeboy AD a job up there. Nigga from Compton Crib. I ain't never did a podcast, no nothing. And got him set up real right to where now. I don't know about Yazzie. I'm just saying, like, gave a real nigga a job at his situation. AD's he a rapper. I've been rapping for years, but he reached down there to Compton and, he ain't even from my side, but I know the youngster. Gave the nigga a job and opened the door for anybody he want to bring in there to assist, to help, or do whatever they need to do. He got the open door to do that, so I can't say he out here with us. I don't see him as a vulture.
He put Yazzie on too. Like, I fuck with Yazzie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't.
But I mean, this is how I feel, right? It's my opinion to feel like he could do much more. Like, he could do much more.
I mean,
he tried to take down a lot of black people. He have them girls on his podcast show that try to take down mad black people, bro, and ruin their careers.
What you mean take down? They gave their opinion, right? So they looking for, you can understand these blogs, man. They looking for a response. A response drives traffic. These niggas ain't here to be church.
Look, that's church. Cool. Wack, that's cool. But Wack, that's cool. But what I'm saying is academics did some fucked up weird shit too. But he took accountability. Adam 22 never took accountability.
Well, what did he do wrong? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what acted wrong.
Everything niggas feel acted wrong is just an opinion. Like I said it before. Yeah. He found a niche. He in pocket. And he gonna do what works for him.
I don't feel nigga that's wrong.
That's a fact.
The nigga that put up shit about me, look, bro, I can tell you. He didn't put up all kind of crazy shit about me. I ain't never. Me and Act just really start talking to keep it real. Y'all think, man, this nigga been rocking for it ain't even been a motherfucking month, right? So I don't give a fuck what Act put up about me because that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to report what happens to people of interest. That's what he's, whether it's in favor of them or it's not in favor of them.
When you got,
that's his job.
When you got these white girls coming on these platforms, it was during the time where black men was getting canceled, and you got these white girls, bro, that's coming on these platforms, bro, and just violating and trying to make the cancel culture cancel all these black men.
What they say? What did they do?
Like, problem, bro.
What did they do?
I don't even want to bring it up, bro. But just
I'm
know.
just saying we talking about it,
Look, them interviews, bro. Trey Songz, she pissed on this girl face, bro. Then she tried to bring him down, bro. I ain't trying to talk about it, but go ahead, Dre.
I think it's a difference between, like, because I heard you mention Adam 22. Like, I think it's different when somebody comes and does an interview and tell their own background, as opposed to somebody reporting a story about some shit they don't know nothing about, and it's all speculation. Like, with the news, at least they get in actual facts, like from court cases and da-da-da. Like, the bloggers literally will report speculations. And I think that's what make it, like, controversial, because a lot of times it should be wrong, and it really will store up drama that's unnecessary. I'm from Chicago, so, like, I know how directly impacted it was. Motherfuckers be really getting upset, like, for somebody like Zach TV who would do an interview with somebody, and then later do an interview with their ops, they be pissed off over that. So, but at least they actually talking about it. The speculations,
academics, I'm gonna tell you something. I totally get what you're saying, but did you know? I'm not sure if you did know, but did you know that academics gave? I'm pretty sure it doesn't justify what he did, right? But he gave back to Chicago communities. Did you know
Yeah, I know. I seen when you said fuck with Hollywood Barbie and all of that, but I know I hear you comparing like academics versus Adam 22, and I think with Adam 22, because you were saying he never gave back, but with Adam 22, these people are coming telling their own stories. So with academics, the things that he was reporting really caused a lot of people to die, whether people want to believe it or not. So I think in his case, because he got rich off the shit, he deserved to give back.
Yo, facts, bring up class murder, bro. Let
me ask Drew a question.
Class murder,
Yo, Drew, do you hold them niggas accountable for the shit that?
Yeah, God, so niggas don't kill anybody.
Hold on, Wack. Drew, do you hold them niggas accountable for the shit that they was posting for academics to repost it? Do you hold them accountable for posting it too?
No. Of course I do, but they were short. You understand? So like at the same time, they were shorties. Like we talking about people that's 14, 15 years old. So as an adult, you already know that you exploiting them. You understand? Like, and you know that you you profiting off of it. So I feel like in that case, because that was their real life.
Hey, I gotta say it, bro. I know you probably don't want me to say it. Man, let me tell y'all something. I didn't been Woody. Hey, bro, hold on, bro. Let me say it.
Let me finish though.
Yeah, but hold on, bro. I didn't see niggas send this nigga. Yo, you know, here go the footage. You know that's me. Put that up. It be a fresh shoot. He like, Wack, this nigga really told me to put up. He just shot his motherfucker. Right? And listen, they sent it to the nigga.
He on his way up.
But Wack, two things. You just said you just stopped fucking with him, right? So it's you can't see everything, right? And number two, you always say that we can't speak on the culture of LA because we not from there, we don't know.
No, I'm not talking about Chicago. I'm not talking about Chicago. I'm talking about
shit stinks.
Hey, listen, I'm talking about overall. I don't know.
Listen, hold on. What I'm saying, because I'm from Chicago, like I live this shit every day. I know that the shit he was reporting was causing bloodshed and he was profiting off of it. In that case, he deserved to feed the community, G. That's a fact. Now, Adam 22 people... Let her finish. With Adam 22, people are actually going and giving interviews about their own background. The shit, when Academic first came out, he blew up off Chicago underground gang culture. They were teenagers and he exploited them for profit. So, and I listen, it is what it is. But I do feel like we appreciate him giving back because he should, bro. A lot of blood got shed over that shit.
Now, look, what they're saying is that, like, I mean, you do the same thing that a lot of people do when they don't want to have real accountability. When you're pretty much not, there was bloodshed basically over what I'm saying, but not really because they had situations going on there already. Second of all, I've never seen nobody really got it. The musicians that's still popping off now or had careers over that shit. Again, if you say I profited from it, what about the other drill rappers? What about Dirk? What about Reese? What about Heath?
Wait, if you think that Dirk and Reese and them cannot feed the community, you dead wrong. They gotta feed Chicago too. Like Chicago is a very mob ran city. Like you can't profit off the city without feeding it. And the difference between you and them is that was their real life. They from there, you not. What you was
Let me say something. Hold on. Let me say something. Let me say something to Drew real quick. Hey, Drew, so you being from Chicago, right? You feel like, and this is just me speaking, right? Because you from there, right? I ain't from there. But do you feel like what academic, like, do you feel like he can, like, all right, he did that. It's in the past, right? He's changed his ways. Because, again, I'm going to say this. If you can't agree that academics change his ways and the growth, and you don't see the growth in him from back then when he was doing the one-shot rap to right now, then you just don't like him. So that's a different story, right? So my thing is this. He gave back a few times. He changed. Where is the... Let me just say this before I say that. Little Dirk just posted, like, last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm not naming no more dead niggas in my song. I'm not performing no more dead niggas in my music. Which he said that one more time before, and he did it again. But this time he said it again. And I think that he's more serious this time, right? So what I'm saying is this. Can you stop tripping? At what point do we say, okay, academics, you gave back, we see you changing, we forgive you? Like, at what point are we going to do that?
Right, I hear what you're saying, Facts, but the question is like based on two different scenarios, right? In academics case, listen, G, it's not I don't think we take it personal as a city. We know that he was just a blogger dude who was using content that was hot. But the fact of the matter is that teenagers was exploited and kids did die over the shit. But it's the past tense, right? We all learned from it. Now, in Dirk's situation, those are like personal, private, underground conflicts that neither of us can speak on because we not directly involved. Does that make sense?
But you still make
so like I can't speak on why Dirk decided to say this or do this because they got ties in Chicago that I just don't know personally. Again, they from the city. Academics is not. It's different.
Gigi, I see what you're saying, but I still feel like it was a little tap dancing. Like, at what point are we...
Like I can't compare a blogger to a nigga that really
all right, I
is
see what
a
you're saying,
from
right?
Chicago. It's different.
Yo, look.
Gigi, at what point is we going to be like, all right, what you did was fucked up. We see you changing. Know what I'm saying? Like, you doing a little better from when you first started. You can't force that.
Yo,
Listen.
The only thing I would say is that nigga academic discussions come up.
No, listen, y'all.
I love when these discussions come up.
One mic, y'all. One mic.
I love when these discussions come up, but I never have a 360 view on these problems. And you know what most of the fault I be having is because I actually take fault. Like, most of these people that we also mentioned, they take no fault. As I said, there's a shared responsibility. This is not only Chicago. This is anywhere in the United States. First of all, hip-hop is usually, there's a lot of people that go into hip-hop. Sometimes there's violence, shit like that. I'm a media outlet, right? So I'm putting stuff out, which there's going to be a media outlet for any type of genre of entertainment, period, right? At times, doesn't a media corporation, whatever, go a little far? Of course. And should every media organization give back? Yes, 100%, right? But when we start having this conversation, it's usually, I look at it as unfair because y'all start bringing up the issues and then y'all just try to levy the whole blame at my foot. Yeah, yo, niggas was dying over your videos. That's it? Really? You think niggas just watch my video and like, come on now. It's so devoid of the full problem that was going on. I still look at what's going on in Chicago. I haven't reported about what's going on in those same neighborhoods. Man, they still, each and every week, having a record amount of killings, this, that, and third, each weekend. Of course, academics ain't reporting on it, but nobody has no more scapegoat. So nobody talks about the music no more. Nobody say, yo, why you still dissing this person? Shit, again, I don't want to, because it's tasteless, especially when people have passed away, but some of those songs that made the Billboard, man, some of those songs was inciting or agitating situations really in Chicago of recent times more than my videos ever did. That caused mad people or probably more reactions than my videos ever did. However, that's what I'm saying. If we gonna speak on this issue, let's speak about it in a 360 view.
Listen. Hold on. One mic, real quick. I just want to say something real quick, but. Alright, but the thing is that unfortunately, and I hate this for you because you was young too, just like everybody else was. But when you are the reason that most people got this information, unfortunately, when you make yourself like low key the face of something, everybody's gonna remember you for that and put all of the blame on you. I'm not gonna knock the fact that of course other people are involved and other people need to take blame too. But also to the point that you're making, Facts, as far as like when do we forgive him, when do we move forward, she lives there, bro. So when you losing friends, family, and all that other type of stuff, we can't really put a time period on when it's time for her to forgive or her to let go or whatever the case may be. I don't even think Shorty's mad at him for real.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Look, bro.
What Isha said was what Isha said was a fact. Like, I think as a city, none of us is being like, yeah, academic brother shit, like in the beginning, but now we understand, like, you was young, shit, you was posting what was going, and that's just how it went. But just to understand the detriment of it, you got to realize that shit, Zach TV is dead.
Hey, that's my dog.
You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, the type of risk people put themselves in when they involving themselves with this type of content.
I want to ask you a question. Drew, do you hold on? While you can speak right after me, and while my phone. Hey, Drew, do you hold like? I don't know if you're gonna answer, but I'm gonna ask it again because I don't know if you did answer. Are you gonna hold them same niggas that was posting them tweets and everything for academics to post?
Absolutely. Listen, nobody, the city's not bashing or attacking academics. We understand demographics, like, we understand the politics behind why he chose the content, right? But we just wanted him to accept the responsibility. The only reason why I commented, the only reason why I commented because you was asking what did Adam 22 do for the city, and to me, his situation is different because people voluntarily go up to him and do interviews telling their own stories. So essentially, they want to get it out. To me, it would be different for me just picking your situation and just making a whole story about it, and I don't really know what's going on. That's different to me. So that's why I did comment, but nobody's mad to act over the shit. Like, we understand how it went, you know what I mean? But it's heavy, and I'm really thankful that he did come out and fuck with the city. Like, that was big, that was major, and it was big of you. Like, I got a lot of respect for you.
And she did answer that. She said they were young too. Everybody was young. She answered that. Go ahead, NY.
All right, look, this is, everybody has an opinion, right? I understand it's facts and the deaths and everything, so you can't go against that. It is what it is. They rest in peace. They're not here right now. The nigga Act, as far as I'm concerned, Act ain't do nothing wrong. He's a nigga that, and no knock to you, Act, he's a nigga that sat behind a computer and found a way to use his time in a lucrative matter for himself. And you can't exploit nothing that ain't being done. He just exploited something that he saw, and he capitalized off of it and made a lane for himself about it. I don't feel nobody needs to give anybody any light because people are selective. If you have value, somebody will come around and give you some light because they'll see value in it to where they can be compensated as well. Everybody is selective to who they deal with. Nobody wants to just, this nigga rap, I'm gonna pull him in. If they see some type of value there to where they can win, because if you look at, say, Cheese, he's signing niggas. He's snatching up all the young niggas that he see value in and putting them under his company label. Niggas ain't just running around putting no light on niggas. You have to show some type of value. You're not gonna fuck with the next nigga on the block if he can't bring no value to what you're already doing because you can't make more dealing with him. If you have to feed him, if you have to feed that nigga, you're not gonna fuck with him.
Hey, let me say something real quick. I swear to God, you're speaking facts right now. But I'm gonna speak for academics, and he can speak too. I know for a fact, Act want to sign artists. It's some dope ass artists that's in the chat that be in our Discord that he would want to sign, but he can't really sign them. Why? For this, besides the reason why he can't really sign them, bro. Anything that's attached to DJ Academics name personally, bro. The same way how y'all feel about him. Oh, fuck that nigga, bitch ass nigga, fuck that nigga. The artist not gonna go nowhere, bro. The artist is not gonna go nowhere, bro.
The facts, you speaking facts on that.
Dead ass, like the artist is not gonna go nowhere, bro. So it would be a waste of time. For academics,
Yeah, and I've said many means. Every label want to give me whatever label deal, right? But truth be told, what you're saying is correct. I wouldn't even attach my name just because when people hear my name, it's either I'm polarizing. That's how I've made my living. People either love me or hate me, but at least you have an opinion, right? That would be unfair for an artist. There's other blogs or other media outlets that don't fuck with me for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like some of them, they don't fuck with me just because they felt that maybe we're competing for whatever, and then I got bigger than them. They don't fuck with me, right? So if I put it's gonna be just the artists that only get posted on my page. So they're artists I fuck with.
You're breaking up.
Hey, we can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, no, I was saying that me putting my name with an artist because I'm polarizing. Like, y'all like what Sean Conn do, but Sean Conn ain't that polarizing. You get me? Like, people like Say Cheese. Of course he has his opinions about shit, but that's not the main way of how, he's gotten this platform. So, like, me, and even someone was talking about Adam 22, this and third. Listen, even as you were saying, Adam 22, like, people are willingly giving up whatever, like, you're acting like when I was reporting on anything, people didn't willingly put the information out there. My thing, and I'll take responsibility for this.
Yeah, it happened later.
I give my opinion. I give my opinion. See, a lot of media personalities, they'll just put it out. Or a lot of media outlets, they put it out. I'm going to give my opinion. Now, your opinion could be whatever. Once it's out there, it could be whatever. But that opinion is going to get people to like me or dislike me. Now, because of that, that's why I wouldn't attach myself to an artist directly. Now, support an artist, you know what I mean? I would do something on the low, but you know, it's one of those things. I forgot who said it. Like, yo, a lot of times you try and get a business successful, don't put your name on it. You know why? Everybody that don't like you gonna hope you fail. So of course I'm the artist. You know, I've tried to sign, like, I don't want to put people's business out there. I've tried to sign many different artists who are popping now, and for whatever reason it didn't work out. Or I've tried to do situations, it ain't pop off. This music shit is kind of like rolling dice. As big of a platform I have, it would, for me to break an artist organically without like looking super corny, posting every 2 minutes, like showing up to every interview with them, because at that point it's not even, I'm gonna fuck up their own movement, right? It's still rolling the dice. So not everybody who I fuck with is gonna pop off. It might seem that way, but that's not the case. If you try to do it a little organic.
Nah, I totally get it. I ain't gonna front. But I do want to say, I don't know if you ever put this publicly or what, but you was like an artist Chosen, bro. Chosen was a fan of Academics. The nigga Academics moved them from Toronto, bro. Fucking paid them. I'm sorry for telling y'all business, but I'm just saying. You feel me? Like, a fucking fan turned into an artist, paid the nigga every month, paid them, got royalties on one of 6ix9ine songs because he wrote it for. And I'm saying, like, bro, it's one of Academic songs that 6ix9ine was on. Like, nigga put niggas in position, bro. Where the niggas
and the nigga you said, right? You know that nigga, right? Kyrie or some shit like that.
Kyrie.
Yeah. Like,
you say he broke him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like using that terminology because, as I said, there's so much different levels of this shit. Because to me, right, claim that I broke somebody once, like, I'm the don't even get on Billboard, but I mean, so again, it depends on what level you're talking about. Me, I use a really high level in terms of what I think my platform could help an artist do. Now,
I never heard of that.
Hey, nah, he ain't that big. Like, he not even that big.
You said he broke him, though, okay?
Look. Our terms of broke might be totally different, right? But the nigga Academics helped the nigga Kyrie a lot, bro. The nigga never got 200,000 streams. Niggas not even getting 200 streams. The nigga got 200,000 streams off of Academics, bro. That changed. He felt it changed his life, bro. The nigga helped him build his following. Nigga had like 1,000 followers. Nigga got like 15K now, bro. That means something to people, bro. Like, that shit really means something to people, bro. And niggas need, like, not you personally, but niggas need to, like, yo, all right, yeah, that's good. That's what's up. You feel me? Niggas don't be wanting to give flowers when they do.
Nah. Yo, listen, support is cool, bro. Like, support. Every artist wants support, my nigga. But when you say a nigga broke a nigga and changed a nigga life, 200,000 streams and 15,000 followers is not changing a young kid life, man. I'm not going to do that, man.
Yo, Max, you can't tell.
That's a build-up. Hold on, build-up to change your nigga life.
Wait.
Hold on. Nah,
let me literally ask a question.
Hold on, bro.
Yo, name and
hear what I'm saying.
Max, I get what you. Hold on.
Hear what I'm saying, bro.
Max, I hear you. But
you said he changed his life.
Listen, Max.
Right?
Max, yes, I'm about to answer your question. Right. I hear what you're saying. Max, listen, Max. I know and you know, but you don't know how that young nigga feel, bro. If
I'm
not
saying
I
listen
get
what
it,
I'm
Max,
saying, bro.
But he feel I'm saying that because that's what he said. Kyrie said that. He told me that, and I'm trying to get him in here. If that nigga feel like Academics changed his life, bro.
Yo, I'll give a more tangible example. And like, it feel like, I believe in Max, I feel like he don't, like, he hearing us, but he don't want to hear us. Like, I know it's fact.
Nah, I hear you.
This kid, his name is Lil Boom. He came from our audience. Back in 2016 when LeBron went to the finals. This nigga, he's playing off his computer, like, off probably his iPhone, and he made some song that went viral on Twitter a little bit. You get me? And the song's like "Fuck Steph Curry" or some shit, right? The niggas in my audience. This is somebody who I supported all along the years. I helped, I always try to give them a platform. I extend my platform. Whether it's like sometimes I have like my whole audience watching me, I'm about to get off. I'll be like, everybody's gonna fuck with my nigga. This is a fact. Beverly Hills, was it last year or 2 or 3 years ago? Nigga, the same person, because I had some label situations. Nigga, I'm sitting in Beverly Hills at a meeting where he's at, and the nigga got offered $2 million deal. Now this is somebody who was able to buy himself a house, you know what I mean, take care of his moms. Now again, is he the biggest artist? No, but he never thought from that one song that he made back then, that could have been just a one-off viral moment or viral tweet. That's all.
Hey, yo, let me say something.
I totally forgot about Little Boom Act. I forgot about
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. That's a way of changing a nigga life, bro. So don't say I don't hear you or I ain't trying to hear you. That's a way of changing a nigga life, gang.
That's a fact.
I just said 200,000 streams and giving a nigga some followers on Instagram, gang, is not changing a nigga life, bro. So we talking about, hold on, the question was, who did you break? So when he says that, that's not a good enough example. The shit you just gave me showed me that you broke a nigga and you changed his life.
Nah, that's a fact. Yo,
I get what I'm saying now, because niggas was just
I see what you're saying, Max.
Hold on, but Max, I know artists that got signed with 100,000.
I see.
Bro, I'm not
exactly what you're saying, man. No, Corey.
Semantics, we hear you.
Semantics, I gotta kill them semantics,
yo, Max, I see exactly what you're saying, Max. I swear I see what you're saying. You speaking facts.
Listen, yo, that was Corey, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Corey, bro, you saying that a nigga could get signed with 500 followers. That means when he signed that dotted line, his life changed.
Nah,
that's what I'm talking. Fuck the followers, but you missing what I'm saying.
Nah, I forgot about Little
But
Boom,
you never know who that blog post, who's followed by that blog that could change your life, if that makes sense. Right, and it could change your life. But what Max saying is that it didn't yet. Nothing happened with that example. It wasn't good enough for what his question was. But what I said was good enough.
Kyrie is here.
Yeah, and even bigger than me. Like, I mean, I just feel like, you know, maybe you only look at it in terms of music, but like, man, the influence and again, I pulled up a lot of, first of all, I got in this industry not knowing nobody. So I've always told people, if you're not one of the people who supported me, you're not my audience, I owe you nothing. You're not gonna get nothing from me either. Without it coming to the call. An expensive one. My audience, I'm gonna tell you this time. The same place and ask Wack. Wack was trying to do that interview with 6ix9ine in his hotel in the Fountain Blue. I said, Wack, bro, this is about the first joint for my podcast. I want like the nice little, I want at least a set for it. In Miami, and that place we use is another podcast. 4 or 5 years ago, they were just condemned just to have a platform. We could just kind of make some shit up and just go live on YouTube and just give our opinions, just like how I giving us opinions. The nigga who run that shit just bought a McLaren like 2. And he says it to me. He says it on the podcast. I was a chat nigga watching you create some shit online that we didn't think was possible because all we used to do was consume. You encouraged us to do that shit. Now they stream every night. 14, 15,000 people watching on YouTube. Again, I'm proud of that. Again, that might not be some shit that y'all respect, but I respect that. You feel me? Because those people came up supporting me, and that's what I've always said. The people who support me, I hope to give back to them. Because, you know, like in more ways than one, like I was on my stream the other night telling them how I got to. Remember, I don't like all these. I know a handful of people in the industry: Charlemagne, Joe Budden, anybody who I work with. The rest of these people, anybody who's on here, like in the top A&Rs, they work at this. I probably don't know them. Real talk, I don't know them. I stay where I stay at. Now they might know about me, but I don't know them. When I finally, you got to realize also that's holding doors of access that probably, shit, I got to get 10 times hotter than someone to get a deal because I'm not friends with everybody, right? When I got my Spotify deal, you know what they told me? And that's why I get back to my own. They said, yo, we ain't really know what academics, these are white people. They signed me. Y'all know me, the culture, they don't really know me. You know what I mean? They said, the reason why we want to do this deal, because somebody mentioned my name at lunch, like we pitched a podcast for them. They went home, they mentioned my name, and their kids knew me. And these are white people like, yo, whoa, wait, y'all know who this nigga is? They're like, yo, we watch him for everything hip-hop. Like, he give us the latest update on Uzi and Cardi and this and third. That's the nigga. That's how I got my deal. So like when you talk about giving back, thing will never be about some other shit. Like I stay within house. So my platform with my audience, I give back to them. But other than that, I'm cool. I also don't feel a need to just be seeking out random people. If I announce I started a label right now, right, and any label would give me $10 million in funding if I want it, right, and I just start signing all random niggas around the United States, bullshit ass deals, $50,000, whatever, right? You might think that's helps change their life, but like truth be told, that's just a business move. You know what I mean? Like with all these people I'm mentioning, I had no business incentive to do that. These people profited off either association with me or again, if a lot of things I'm gonna mention is going to be more of people who are trying to do shit for profit. You feel me? Like, and no this is Sean Cotton, but man, he's trying to build out a successful label. Does he want to help people? Yeah, but there's a lot of financial incentive. Think about this. You know how many artists use my platforms to get deals? I know it because once I start fucking with the label side, I remember some of y'all from New York. I remember when Fabio Foreign wanted to sign for $400,000. No, it's like $500,000. But I kind of grown. I think he was
got to stick on that. That's gang, bro. We ain't got to put out numbers, bro. You know this shit gets screened for the act.
Okay, but I'm trying to tell y'all, I've seen when niggas trying to get a bigger bag, for them to get it. I've seen it all happen. So it's like, maybe to you, that don't mean nothing. To me, I'm like, nigga, I
put it out there, but I got way more than that. So we ain't going, I don't want you to take that the wrong way.
No, of course he did. Because you see, if we gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about it. I can't. That's why I said, like, are we really gonna talk about it?
I said I don't want to. No, you ain't got to do
that. No, he got
a different example.
From what I heard, he got millions. That's what I'm saying. So that's good. But at first, the bidding was a little low because the song ain't broke. You feel me? Broke the way it should. It was hot in New York, but it ain't broke. But that's why, you got to keep working the song. You get me? One of the ways to work the song once you're on that level. My bad. One of the ways to work the song once you're on that level, and that's what I was saying about when you're not going with followers. You might start out with a smaller blog. You might go to Florida, like they got some Florida pages if you're from Florida. But once you're trying to get mainstream, that's where I'm gonna come in. So when you say who I broke, it's like, nigga, I would only break somebody on a mainstream level if we're talking about that. Now, have I given back and people who I helped within my circle or community? Yeah. You get me?
Sean, I just want niggas to understand what I was saying, my nigga. Like,
you
gave a bad example. That's what it was, right?
I dropped the ball. I fumbled.
Nah, you gave a bad example. That's all it was.
I saw
Yo,
what you say?
Ocho want to ask you something.
Talking to Act.
Alright, look. So, like, you don't feel like you don't owe, like, I would say, like you got your name off, like, coming up off O Block and shit like that, like the beginning of the drill and shit like that. You don't feel like you don't, like, need to look out for them. You say give it back and shit like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So, you jumped off. Like, when you first came in, you was calling us coons and this and that. Like, I ain't coming at you and shit. Like, I fuck with Savage fuck with you and shit like that. And he said you be, like, doing a lot of 100 shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just want to, like, how do you feel about, like, artists from O Block who you used to talk about, who you have built your shit up off of, or like all that? Like, do you feel like you have to, like, they deserve to get, like, I don't know, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Nah, you're correct. Like, I've always felt that. You know what I mean? I always felt that if I used to cover you, like, you always go with me in terms of anything I can help you as my career go on. You get me? Like, and, again, it's kind of like, some of this shit gonna sound unbelievable, but we're dealing with the scale that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
2014 was dropped from Def Jam. You said what? Was fucked up, like, in terms of trying to figure out the next move. Is the drill wave over? How we gonna keep sustaining that? He was, like, he's a good rapper. So, he was always gonna figure.
Niggas ain't hear who you was, so what you just said?
Little Dirt.
Yeah. And I had that conversation with all the, like,
you know, like when you first started doing it, like I don't even remember, like it was really around O Block. You feel what I'm saying? Like used to say my name, used to like have nicknames for everybody, like that was like in the shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like I feel like do you feel like you supposed to look out for a motherfucker like anybody coming up out of there? Because that's what you know jumped, like you was the first person to cover, and this how you blew. You feel me? Off this shit. So you don't feel like at the level you at now that you should like still like the same motherfucker. You should shine some light on them. Like you say, you look out for this person, but like this what he just said. I mean, yo, but he said Dirk ain't from somebody who I covered. Dirk ain't from O Block. Yeah, but
but Ocho, he did link with Hollywood with the ghetto Barbie girl, and you know he gave back to the city, the Hollywood Barbie. What I forgot, Inglewood Barbie.
I be talking about some rap shit.
I'm talking about O Block. What you saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So it's like, if I covered you and you're a musician, I'm gonna of course try to like, even if, because a lot of times I post like Chicago artists. Sometimes if they're not, especially if they're not big, you know, people they're like who, but still I'm gonna still post them because I understand where also my career kind of came from, right? But I'm honest, like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and be like, yo, just because somebody's from O Block and I may have never talked about him, I'm just gonna throw him up on my page. That's not gonna be the case. But if I ever talked about you doing your shit with music, just kind of the whole Chicago period. You feel me? Like I'm gonna throw this shit up there.
Nah, for sure. I just like, you know, because I know for a fact, like, you feel me, like, and you know, like, you feel me? I was one of the ones too. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't just talking about me because it's like I'm coming from an O Block standpoint. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, how people look. You feel what I'm saying? And folks say you be like, you know, savage. Fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? He say you be doing a lot of, you know, 100 shit. So I have to just ask and see like how you feel about that.
I mean, of course, I believe in paying it forward. Like, that's just part of life, though. You got to pay it forward. Like, anything that helped you at a point in your life, if you can, and you get in a position to help that person or help situations that person may have, you should pay it forward. Well, I always feel that way. You know, it's just, like, clearly, like, I want to do it in an organic way, but I don't want people to take me saying yeah to say, yeah. I just started rapping yesterday.
I got a question for
you know what I mean?
I got a question for you, Ed. Do you know who the rapper Bo Deal is from Chicago? Have you heard of him? Like an older dude?
I know who Bo Deal is. Isn't he like a manager now?
Yeah, he like an OG, respected rapper from Chicago that kind of like he can mend fences because he accepted about like all the gangs in Chicago and shit. Anyway, the reason I brought him up is because he got a podcast right now, and it's like opposite kind of how Yo Blog started. So he bring in all the different rappers, some that got beef and all of that, and try to like mend those fences. It'd be dope if you could like check it out, maybe leave a comment or something, just so that people can see you in support of it too.
No, of course, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah, the podcast is called Straight Drop, like STR8, the number 8, and then
I'm gonna drop it in the Discord right now.
Yeah, it's really dope. Like it's just like they interviewing like different Chicago, you know, like ops and shit like that, and just trying to mend those fences, and it's working out.
Dree, your thick-headed ass is hella smart. I love you, girl.
Hey, Kyrie, you said it's straight.
It's straight STR and then the number 8 and then drop. And it's him and the rapper Chella. They just OGs from Chicago that's real respected, and they bring in mending those fences. It'd be dope to have actor like just show some support.
Hey Kyrie, drop that in the Discord, my boy.
Drop what?
I'm gonna send it to you. Word, but yo, I just feel like I'm a supporter, so I'm probably biased. Y'all probably know that I'm biased as fuck right now. Like I'm keeping fucking acting shit, but I fuck with him. I'm gonna stand on that. So I really just wanted the room. I really started the room to motherfucking say that shit. I said what I need to say. I don't know if anybody else got something that they want to say, but you know I fuck with you. You streaming later or you capping?
No, I am. Top 5, I'm trying to get up. But yo, I do want to say this, and you know, like, I don't want people to think that I feel like I'm attacking them like that. You know, Heavy's head that wears the crown, and also the one that has the name or the face. We have to deal with certain shit. I can't speak for every blog or how everybody do they think. I could, speak about how I do my shit. And honestly, just one thing, at least about me, I'm not just going to run away from whatever or not respond. Big blogs, and they probably have their own effects. Negative Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, Say Cheese, Vlad, No Jumper. And I'm going to talk to y'all reasonably. You get me? Just because I'm not like, if I was just doing this just straight for profit, this and third, and I wasn't trying to do the right thing, I wouldn't really give a fuck about what people are saying.
Hey, I got two questions for you, Ed. One, right? And this is just I'm trying to find a way to respect this because I ain't attacking nobody and not like that. Yo, Ed, do you feel like you obligated to give back to niggas? Like, and this ain't hold on, this is not Chicago. I'm not speaking about Chicago because Ocho, I'm from Chicago on my heart. But do you feel like you obligated to give back to niggas? Like, I'm gonna ask the shit that niggas probably wanna ask you. Like, you see a fire ass artist, right? You see a fire artist act, and they from wherever the hell they from. Do you feel like you having a good day, you just might want to post them on your page just because you see them type shit? You get what I'm saying? Like, you just might want to post them just because you see them type shit?
No, of course. Yeah, and I've done that a lot of times before. Like, usually when I do it, people just, they assume it's like some paid shit, but me, it's like, I go off a lot of personal things. Like, if I'm into some shit, and that's why I guess, like, sometimes people might think it's an agenda or whatever. Like, if I'm into some shit, I'm into some shit. You know what I mean? And, like, that's my personal taste, whether it's a song I like or an artist I just seen or whatever. Like, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know if anybody knows. I was born in Spanish Town, Jamaica. I look for any reason to post Jamaica, flood my whole page with it because I know it's not a page for that. Do I want to build a platform to even help people that make dancehall music? Yeah. And these are personal tastes.
Things that you want to do. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? And this ain't no bias, and I ain't trying to give out no easy plugs and shit. But Ocho right there, he got King Von picture. He from Chicago. He from Oak Block. I don't know if my mama heard him, but you should definitely tap in with Ocho. He fire. He really one of them niggas. And he hard. He's the genuine nigga. I just wanted to say that right there. Tap in that plug real quick.
Well, we got a lot of Chicago here, man. Shout out to the tribe.
Thanks.
What up, baby? Hey.
You good, Ash?
What's up, sis? I'm good.
Lyrical, what's up? How you doing, Lyrical?
What's up, baby? How you?
Wait, my other question, so you said, I don't know, I don't really got no questions because
Hey, I'll also say this, right? I seen y'all mention, and I hope y'all can forward this information to me on DM or something about, like, somebody else has a podcast going on and this and third. I hope that y'all understand, or at least give me when I say, man, I've won already. I've done my thing. I'm not somebody that's trying to hog the ball. Also, I'm not going to be the one size fits all. I see a lot of people have criticism. Yo, Act, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Man, I encourage all y'all to build platforms, build your own voices that you could, like, if Act don't do something, that's what you could be doing. And in a really reasonable way, I would want to shine light on you doing something that I don't. I always give a shout out to this guy. He's from the West Coast, right? His name is DJ Ghost. He be on YouTube. He talk about topics, he review shit. But here's the thing: he a Crip. He from a particular neighborhood. He a gangster, right? Nigga, when I get my pain, it's not gonna be gangster based. So don't expect gangster pains from Act, right? Now, if you want to hear that, that's why I be shouting him out because I'm like, y'all should be able to get it both ways. Academics shouldn't be that powerful that what academics thinks or what I do or don't do dictates how the whole culture moves. So I'm all about helping build in other voices. So if you got a platform that, does something that I don't do, addresses something that I don't address, does something right that maybe I did wrong, shit. If I get wind of it and I see it's on some positive shit, because sometimes people try to make their platform by just trying to shit on you. But if it's some shit, just try to like address some shit that's needed. And I always try to show light to it. You know what I mean? So those are the things that I would try to. That's the next part of my legacy, right? It's gonna be, I was talking to my nigga, and he said some dope shit is like, the next part of your legacy is gonna be who you put on, and we were talking obviously in the media sense, but
Clubhouse.
A lot of people he put on, they're at HBO, they're writing books, they're doing that, and I do want to have that type of legacy too. So helping other people's platform get built or promoting them, I want to be a part of that too. And again, my community.
Yeah, lane. Yeah.
But still, I'm not no person who's like, oh shit, somebody else trying to build up, blah blah. Nah, I love the world where I say cheese exists. Like,
but you doing that already though.
Let me ask you a question.
But you doing that already.
Real quick,
I got a question.
Hold on, real quick. Let me say this. That's what I was talking about, yo. And I wasn't coming at you. I'm just saying, if you're gonna post negative shit, post some positive shit, gang.
Hey,
you saying you changing people's lives, keep going now, you heard? Because niggas look at you, it's kids and other artists that look at your platform like, this is where I want to make it on there. But not in a negative way, okay?
Yeah. Hey, but you is doing that though. I just want to say, like, you is doing that with all the meme pages. You know what I'm saying? Chat nigga. You know what I'm saying? Academics headline, all them shit, like, you is doing that though. But only we would know that because we inside of that and actually seeing it happen. You understand what I'm saying? But somebody said they got a question.
Somebody said they had a question. Who was that?
This is Lyrical. I have a question. I'm from New York, and I work with the majority coming up out of the crib. And I've watched a lot of people pass away, and then I've watched a lot of people prosper. So coming from where I come from, because I'm from there and I manage like a lot of people coming out of there, I still do. Do you feel like you've hurt us, or do you feel like you've helped us? Because as a blog, you're supposed to report, like, how you support. Are you supposed to report also how you report? My question to you is, because I remember when the situation came up and you winded up talking to Alita from the crib. She's the activist that does a lot in the city. Do you feel like, from a personal standpoint, do you feel like you hurt us, or do you feel like you helped us? Or do you even care about that?
I mean, again, from a media perspective, like, it's hard to answer, like, do I feel like I helped or hurt? I still believe I was reporting. The job of the media is never really to help or hurt. It's just to give the people a view of what's going on. Now, I think I've said before, do I believe how like, Save the War in Chirac, how that was framed, could that have been hurtful? I've said yes, right? But do I feel like I helped as well? Yeah. So, it's I feel like you're asking, like, a morality question, but it's very hard to answer because, like, my intentions are always good. What it ends up manifesting in, like, it's not always the best thing, right? Like, it's kind of asking, like, yo, does the Shade Room feel like it's helped celebrity relationships or hurt? Like, you know what I mean? It's
but I think that,
like we're the media. Like, but what I'm saying is that we're the media. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, for example, like CNN covered a bunch of deaths or crime or this and third. Like,
but I think the thing that the misconception that people get with Chicago, like, oh, it's just music. Like, nah, nigga, this real life. Like, this shit is real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not just throwing that at you. It's like, Chicago is a special place. Period. Point blank. We breed a lot of talent. And like any other state, any other city, we have the same bullshit that goes on. We're a little bit more glamorized for it, for whatever particular reason, because it's wild as hell, just like everybody else. But I think that a lot of people don't really understand that, like, that shit is real life. If people decline interviews, it's for a reason. If people decide to do an interview, that's their own preference. That's just something that they choose to do. But a lot of people have just literally pinged me to this room, and I didn't even know about the room. But I want to say, from my perspective, that, you know, coming from where I come from and doing what I do at home and trying to, you know, be an advocate to try to push people to kind of like steer them away from the lifestyle that they're from to get them to a more positive place. And you can only do that sometimes, but I think how we're portrayed, how certain shit is really portrayed, I think it's just like it's so much instigating that goes on with it, and shit is really real fucking life. It's really real.
Hey, Lyrica, I want to say.
I also say, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You feel me? So it's like
about to say that.
There's been times that I've said, listen, you know, if y'all gonna blame violence on me, and I consider myself the media, I could stop covering it. By the way, that's the reason why I started focusing on Uzi and them niggas. Remember, if you look at the timeline, right when I stopped doing the War in Chirac, I said, cool. Now all I'm going to focus on is these dudes who are dancing, colored hair, and mumble rapping, right? And, you know, I got the same kind of backlash still from those people who make that type of music, who make violent music. They're like, damn, why are you not reporting on it no more? Like, because honestly, as bad as the War in Chirac may be to some of y'all, that was the source of media for a lot of people in that drill genre of music. You get me? So again, you know, I get what you're saying in terms of like, you know, there was real situations attached to it, but it's the same with rap beef all over the place. Like, if y'all think it's only the media that capitalize off rap beef,
not at all. I'm not saying that at all.
Like artists since the beginning of time has used rap beef to propel their career, and also the media has always used rap beef to propel clicks. You know what I mean? So my thing, I always tell y'all, I'm always gonna say, because I'm a face, and also I'm down to take my accountability. I'll come in here and say, yeah, this is where what I did went wrong. But as I said, everything y'all gonna name in terms of a problem, we have shared responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, it's all over.
Hey, Lyric, I want to ask you a question. I know you wasn't coming out, but I do want to say, Dree just asked him out of those questions, right? But I want to ask you a question, because Dree, maybe you can answer it different from her, right? Do you feel like, well, I don't even want to ask the question because I already know the answer, but just do you feel like academics wouldn't have been reporting on the stuff, right? If them rappers wasn't posting, hey, I'm about to go smoke such and such at 7:30, like, you feel like they got to be held responsible as well? Like, do you really feel like if they wasn't, like, he would have posted that if they didn't post that? Like, they posted it, so why won't I repost it? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
is that question like, for Lyrical? Or
yeah, it's for Lyrical. Like, do you feel like that's really the people fault for putting it online for academics to post it?
Altogether, shit is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, artists putting it out there, you know, media glorifying it. Like, that's just what it is. That's just what it does. It's nobody putting shit. It's nobody, like, just physically, like, oh, let me just put this shit online so back in the day, like, World Star could pick it up or academics could pick it up. You know what I'm saying? It just, my purpose of saying anything is just that the shit, like, literally is not happening because, oh, it's just so music fucking related. It's just also related to, like, it's real shit going on.
Street shit. But
it's beyond street shit. It's like real shit.
I want to say something too, right? But you know how, like, some people in Chicago could be mad about it, right? But some people in Chicago feel like he really gave them a voice. They really feel, the people that he was covering, some of them really feel like he helped them. Some of them really feel like he changed their life. You know what I mean? So it's really different perspective for different people. You understand what I'm saying?
Even if it's, I mean, that's fine. Different people. I can't speak on, like, who, like, glamorize, you know, not even so much glamorize who don't fuck with him. I can
you breaking up, Lyrical.
We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can just speak on, like, literally what I've seen and what I've noticed and what I've heard, what I've read, and what I've been around, and the people that are in my life. So that was just always a question that I just wanted to ask. But I mean, in terms of, like, it's not just Chicago though. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like, it's just Chicago is the base of the violence, or like niggas putting shit on. It's everywhere. But a lot of stuff kicks off, like a lot of shit kicked off in the drill era in 2012 when the drill market really, really started cracking from the crib. You know what I mean? And then it just became a trend with everybody. So it's not right either way it goes. Either way it goes. Who's ever putting it online, whatever. But that's
we're at the point right now, right? I get it. But we're at the point right now where it's like, for example, right? Like, you know, some people, and like even those two individuals hit me up and they be like, yo, like, thank you for even posting this. You know, it gave us an opportunity. But then later on, I think about this every day. Later on, it'll probably be used to demonize me and say, yo, you help, like, you know, promote shit that led to more niggas dying. Like, for example, right? So, like, in Florida, they going crazy over there, too. So, you know, Young and Ace got an issue with, you know, what's his name again? I forget. Like, Julio's people, right? They both making songs dissing each other's dead, this and third. You know, one of them happened to be a song that, you know, like, if you take out the fact of all that shit they say, like, shit was alright. It was catchy. You feel me?
But you know that song we said, Who I Smoke, Rory.
Yeah, so, truth be told, so I posted that up. This is also the slippery slope. Now, Julio's looking at me like, all right, nigga, you posted that song, even if you didn't post it to egg on a beef, but there's beef in the song, and I get sucked into that all the time. Pause. Like people like, all right, cool, you gotta post our response. Then that nigga's like, I'm coming back with something else. Now, when something happened, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of times, like, it's not the media, at least me. It's not me looking for street shit to put on Front Street, and then stuff is happening. Rappers who are trying to get their music propelled, they put street shit in their music, and then a lot of times they use the media to funnel views or eyes to that said music. You get me? Like, Julio, I'm pretty sure, like, whatever his deal is, his shit probably went up. Same with Young and Ace. Now, when some retaliatory action happened because of that, you know, I'm pretty sure somebody might be like, well, you know, you put that shit up. Now everybody in that community know about it. Now niggas is hearing about their dead loved ones, you know what I mean, made fun of this and third. Somebody did something about it. But that's what I was telling you, I was saying about, you know, responsibility. You know, because truth be told, like, rappers know what they doing too. Like I get, somebody was saying about Dirk before. Man, like, Dirk been a big star for a long time. Dirk knows his music gonna hit a certain way when he talking about, like, he know people are, like, kind of connected to that Chicago stuff. He gonna still mention a certain type of people. Same with Vaughn. Vaughn was putting a lot of niggas' names in his music, and it was helping the shit propel. You feel me? So again, that's what I was just saying, all about responsibility. Like, the rappers the rappers themselves, a lot of times, if you feel that I'm exploiting, say, whatever situations, the rappers exploiting those situations too.
Be held accountable too.
You get me?
But, yeah, nah, that's a fact. But look, I said, like, I just wanted to say that. That was my opinion. I don't know if anybody got different opinions when I said that on these academics.
Can I say something real quick?
I said it. Yeah. I'm gonna speak out to you. Next time.
No, I just really wanted to say, like, just listening to you act. I think this is my first time, like, being in the room with you. I just really appreciate your transparency and, like, I just feel like that's appreciated, bro. It take a real stand-up dude to come up like, listen, I accept my responsibility in it. I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened. You understand? Like, but I'm accepting my part in it, and I think that's dope. So I just want to say that.
That's a fact.
I agree with you.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all know when Lil Mama come in the building, I gotta give my stink her flowers. Hey, Lil Mama, I love you. You heard, Mama?
I love you too, facts.
I love you, stink.
I love you
but,
too.
Yo, facts.
You gotta stop the respect thing, bro. You gotta stop that.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, this is my thing with Act. Yo, Act, what's up, Act?
Yeah, that's cool.
What's going on? Yo, I do agree that the thing about Act is that I feel like nobody takes into account that nobody talks about the other blogs who do the same thing that really follow Act, and nobody really brings any accountability to them. Like, same thing Act posts, these other blogs post. The difference is Act is the only one that y'all can come to and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like, have a face to talk to. And that's why I feel like like you said, he's one of the realest media personalities because who else can you really go talk to or address when you have an issue with something that gets posted?
Yeah, and I think...
But I do want to say something, though, because I'm about to boom this shit. You heard? Yo, Act. I'm sorry, Chit-Chat. You want to finish? Because I'm about to boom this shit. Like,
yeah, that's fine, but I just want people to stop making media accountable for everybody's actions. At the end of the day, media don't really be known on when people really be having beef in the streets. Most of the times, media is not streets, so I just want to say that.
That's a fact. Hey, mama, I love you, mama. Hey, Act. I appreciate you for coming. We ain't even do this with the intentions on you coming. We just really wanted to do it. I did it just to do it because I felt like I wanted to get my opinion out there. I wanted to be said. Yo, Kyrie, I'll see you in the Discord in a second. I'm about to download that shit on my phone right now. Fucking, I ain't trying to be in here all day. These big rooms honestly give me anxiety, and I really just want to go to a social room and talk to my friends. So with that being said, Ack, I want to ask you one more question. Have you ever blew up before, Ack?
What you say again?
Have you ever blew up before?
What you mean?
3, 2.
Gang.